What's going on, everybody? We are live here today on the OT Radio Show, and we got a very special guest for today. Whew, when I tell you special guest, I mean a special guest, everybody. Today, we got director, producer, writer, published author. I mean, this lady does everything. Lynn does everything, y'all. And right now, she have a hit show movie. Hey, when I tell you it's good, I've seen it. I've seen it, especially on Roku and Amazon. I paid for Amazon, so I do have it, but you can see it on Roku. Son to the Grave movie, y'all, and it's hot. So guess what? We're gonna have her on in about a couple of seconds. But guess what, y'all? We here. We are here on the show today, y'all. It is a beautiful Wednesday. We are here. Let's get it started.
I'm on that radio, I speak it though, what's on your mind is deep though, I speak it though, we on the air, just take it there, I'ma take it there, hold up, yeah I talk about it, but I'm real about it, I speak on it, but don't catch films about it, we can chop it up, like it's nothing baby.
We back here, and we have Ms. Linda Stokes is going to be joining us in a second. Our producer said that she is in right now, waiting to have this conversation with us, and I am happy to have this conversation with her. Like I said, she's a director, she's a writer, she's a producer, she's a published author right now, and she have her hit movie out, Son to the Grave. It's out on all Roku, Amazon, and IMDb TV. And we have it here right now, y'all. Go ahead and talk to her. Let's have this conversation today. How are you feeling today?
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Listen, no, thank you for joining me here today. I definitely appreciate it so much. So first of all, congratulations on your hit movie right now. You know, Son to the Grave is a hit movie. It is going very good. I've watched it a couple of times already on Roku. I done bought it on Amazon. I am loving it. I'm loving it. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I appreciate that. It's very humbling. We're very excited, but it's humbling.
Yes. I know it is. So can you tell me, how did the film came about?
Well, it began because of a few events that happened here in Canada, in Toronto. I'm from Toronto. A few events that happened. We were going to do about one specific event and then decided that we could reach more people by doing something. The subject was much deeper, more of the divide that we have in our society from rather than say the good side of the tracks or bad side, we say the bridge. From the good side of the bridge to the at-risk side of the bridge, we wanted to tell the story that there's a huge social divide that's not getting any better, and some of the reasons for that. Not that we have all the answers. Mm-hmm. Talking to people in the at-risk side of the bridge, they had what they felt were the problems. And the second thing we wanted to show is that these young men, the reason for the title, Sons to the Grave, is that even the shooter, our lead character, does get shot. And even the shooter, he's somebody's son, and it started somewhere. So where did it start and why? We tried to do our best to show that. And you saw the film, so you know what I'm saying.
Just actually tell you the truth, I can relate to a lot of it on the film. I could definitely relate to a lot of it on the film because it was actually very good film, very good productive film.
Thank you.
I actually loved. She had a lot of good points in there, had a lot of valid points on there, and you are absolutely right. Like, we got to start looking at it in a different way because
Yes,
even though you have the shooter and you have people that pass away, they're somebody's sons. At
exactly.
the end of the day, that's somebody's sons. So a lot of times we just look at it in a different way, but someone lost their mother, right? Going to jail, they don't have their mother no more because their mother is out and they are in jail. Then you got people who are in the grave, and that's a
That's right.
mother too. So mothers are grieving no matter
They
how we look at it. Let's
they are.
so let's let's talk a little bit about let's talk about the casting because you have an all star cast.
Very
When I was
fortunate.
looking at it, I was like, wow. So let's talk a little bit about that. How did that come about uh, with the cast? Like, what went into you having this amazing cast?
We landed in Atlanta,
Mm-hmm.
first time to do everything, and
Mm-hmm.
we had some very good people. James Tripp Haith was our production manager, and he's a OG in all this. He knows, and I just followed his lead and cried on his shoulder and yelled and
Mm-hmm.
screamed in the office, and we went through a lot. And but the cast really came about because we felt when they tried out for the role or they read for the role, there if
Mm-hmm.
I think as a writer, you just know. You just know. You may not pick the most experienced person, or
Mm-hmm.
most of these people were, but you pick what you feel at the time, and we did.
Mm-hmm.
And these the crew, that everyone that worked in the offices, everyone, the cast, they gave it
Mm-hmm.
110%, as you could see, I think by the
Yes.
I mean, Trevor
Yes.
Jackson brought it. Our lead character, and Brad James, who really wasn't known and still really isn't known to. He does many, many things, but not to be the bad guy, the true bad
Mm-hmm.
guy.
Mm-hmm.
He just he just worked. It just worked, and he was amazing at that bad guy. I mean, you really, really didn't like him from beginning to end.
Yeah. I was about to say that. I was about to say that. Like, I didn't really like you, but he played that
But
part.
then he,
He
yeah, he
played.
played. Yeah, he did, and he was amazing. He actually
Yes, he
came in
was.
for another role, and as soon as
Uh
I
huh.
don't know what it was. It's just he's a talented actor, so he can do it all. I think. And then with
Wow.
Greg Allan, who plays the coach, and Maria Howell, who does the mother,
Mm-hmm.
who cried all the way through the film, mostly. She was such a good crier. So we're lucky. We're very lucky.
Yes, yes, indeed. So let's talk a little bit about your production company because you do have the production company. Faith Production, have Faith Production. What came about for you starting your own production company?
Well, we were going to do after I wrote my first book, Loud Silence,
Mm-hmm.
who were actually ready to go to film for that, to production for that, and with the amazing, the late Dr. Maya Angelou. She read the script.
Wow.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that I can't even tell you how humbling and how amazing that was.
Mm.
Book and the script of Loud
Mm-hmm.
Silence and decided she would direct it. And then things happen, and she
Right.
was not well, and when she was ready to come back, I lost my husband, and
Sorry to
it
hear
was
that.
a shock. Thank you. And so we had things that we had to take care of. So
Mm-hmm.
everything went on hold, but I started this production company, and that's where the name came from, Have Faith Productions, because at the end of the day, my faith carries me through.
Mm.
There were there were times doing Sons where I so many things, and I look back now and go, somebody carried me through that. It wasn't just me. So I
Yes.
believe
Yes.
very much in.
Like, listen, you are saying everything right now because when you lost your husband and stuff like that. I mean, wow, faith. It was all nothing but faith.
Yeah.
Faith guided you through. Faith definitely guided you through. So let's talk a little bit about that. That published novel. That was your first published novel.
Yeah, it
Loud of
was.
Silence. Yeah.
Yeah,
So let's
it
talk a little
was.
bit about it.
And I wrote it only for myself. I really didn't write it to be out there, but my husband is a very was very entrepreneurial. And he said, no, this is a good book. You need this published. And I went, yeah, go for it, whatever.
Right.
So he did, he was that type. I was like, no, I don't want anybody to know about it. It's just fine. I just wrote it. But it came from, I would go back to Sasha, who you know.
Right.
Sasha was 4 years old, going to a preschool, private school, with a friend of hers, whose mother was a good friend of mine. And little Dewitt's mother was white and the father was black. Very well-known person. So I won't say the name, but very well-known person. And the kids at school were teasing the little boy. And so when Sasha came home, she was crying, saying, I don't understand why the kids are picking on the young little boy. She said his name, of course. And so I thought I would sit her down and try to explain in the best way that I could why. So I very simply said to her as she looked at me, well, you understand that, we'll just say Jahnee, that's not his name, but Johnny's is white. And she looked at me and went, yes. And I said, well, you understand that his father is black? And she went, yes. I said, well, and then I realized while she's looking at me, that makes absolutely no sense to her. And how can I? She wasn't raised. She's not in a home that speaks of things that are so despicable. So I said, that's why they were teasing him. And I knew as soon as I said it that it was gone. She just got up and she said, it's okay, Mom. I'm going to go and ask Gran. Like my mother lived with us. She thought she'd get the true answer. I guess she didn't think I knew what I was talking about. Only because racism to a child. It's very difficult.
Right.
You don't.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And so I wrote a book about that. And Dr. Andrew thought the story was worth telling that we told. So totally fictional story, though. And I have a new book coming.
Right. Yes, I want to talk about that. Yes, the other side of the bed.
Yes. It's something.
Let's talk a little bit about it. Let's talk about it.
I wrote it because of the loss of my husband, but I didn't want to write a story that was, and it's not a help book or anything. It's a story set in Beverly Hills and Malibu and in the entertainment industry. Just what happens and what kind of goes on when something of two people who have somewhat power, when one is gone, the dynamic changes. The dynamic with your friends in many cases, with other people, things change. And I wanted to tell that story, but in an upbeat way, not a way where you just were tired of the story halfway through. And we did that, and that will be out in the U.S. and here, and that will be our second movie.
Oh, so now, do you have any special casting that you're going to be doing? Special guests that you might be having on, people who you had on?
I do for Loud Silence. That will be the first one. We're doing a series called Hudson. As you know, Hudson is the name of the neighborhood in Sons. We're going to be doing a series taken from the movie, and then we will do Loud Silence and The Other Side of the Bed as movies at MOWs.
Wow.
We have but we do have people that are coming on board. Yes.
Okay. Well, you are doing some major things, but how do you juggle it? I just got to know, how do you juggle being a writer, producer, you know what I mean, a published author, a mother, a business owner? How do you juggle all that? You got to tell me how it goes.
I would like to tell you if I that. But my daughter Sasha is part owner in our company. She's a a very well-known publicist here in Toronto, and very respected. And she helps hold it together. The writing part, I have to tell you, is the easy part for me. The writing part is the thing that I can do peacefully. Maybe not easy isn't the word, but peacefully. When I'm writing, I'm at peace. 8-10 hours can go by and I'm fine. The rest of it, I don't know. The rest of it is just part of what you have to do. I have really people surrounding me.
Well, you have a good team surrounding you, especially you have a very good team around you. So how are you coping right now with, the things that are going on in Toronto, in Canada? Because I know they had to shut down a little bit. How is it going for you? And I'm just going to talk about you. How's it going for you?
Well, Toronto has been very busy with films now. It has the comeback from COVID and everything. It has come back, and the shooting here is outstanding. I have never done one here, but we are going to shoot the series here.
Okay.
Which I'm very happy to do. I'm happy to stay home, to tell you the truth. It would be nice to do something at home, and I feel that since it's a Canadian company, it would be nice to do. The series will be probably U.S., but it will be shot here.
Okay.
So I just want to build a Canadian company in Canada, and I think it's important to do that. But seems to be it's actually harder in Canada than it is in the U.S. for us, to tell you the truth.
Really?
Explain it? No, that is yeah. But we're going to try and change that. We're going to try and do our shooting here. Not that I have a problem going somewhere else to shoot. If the right, we'd like to go to Nashville actually to shoot a Faith and Family one that we have. But I think you have to do things in Canada. If you are Canadian, I want to do some in Canada, and sometimes it doesn't happen as fast here as it does in the U.S.
Okay.
We should be more supportive, I think, of Canadian in this industry, but sometimes it takes some time. And I guess Sons to the Grave will do that for us.
Well, I can tell you this, with the production company name Faith, you best believe it's going to happen. It's going to happen in Canada. And
we've been very fortunate.
Yes. And your series is going to be very good. I already know the series is going to be good. So when can people expect to start you filming your series? When can we expect you start filming your series? And do you think that it's going to come out?
I would love to give you that answer, but I don't have that answer. But we are in development for it. 6 episodes have been written. And we discussed this after we were in your town in Atlanta. We went back to screen Sons, a private screening for MLK3 and his wife and his chief of staff. And we talked about the series, actually, because you want to do a series that has points as the film did. And how do you do that? How do you make points that actually last and stay in people's mind, other than when they're finished watching the episode, it goes away? And we discussed it with Mr. And he was correct in everything he said, that sometimes the point of the episode gets lost if you don't continue that journey on in every episode that you do, and not just walk away and think people are going to keep it in their head, because they don't. So we were very blessed with that screening. And we're going to try and take some of his points to heart. Yeah.
Well, listen, congratulations again on Son to the Grave. I mean, it is an amazing movie. I recommend everybody to actually just go ahead and watch it. Because it is some very violent points there, points that we all can relate to.
Yeah.
I mean, not just Black folks, but we all can relate to, because we all have sons. Everyone has a son. I'm a son to a mother, right?
Yes.
So everybody have it. So I think everybody need to watch it. Like I said, a very great movie. I watched it twice. Um,
Oh,
and it was so good. It was so good because Roku gave it to you for free. But it was so good that I bought it on Amazon. That's how good it was. That instead of me watching for
no
free, I got it
commercial.
on Amazon.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes,
I really appreciate that. I
yes.
really do.
Listen, thank you. Well, look, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to have you come back on when the new movie or the new series will be released. I cannot wait. I hope to be at one of the premieres because I would love to come to one of the premieres.
We
And I
have
know,
invitation.
I know for a fact that you will be shooting the series in Canada. You will be shooting it because the faith, all the faith that you didn't have right now in your production. Listen, when you said that, you gave me chills through my bones when you said that. You know, all of the trials and tribulations that you went through. And like you said, it was nothing but faith. So I know from my heart, I know that this series is going to be in Canada. Your wish is definitely going to come true because you got faith. So
Well, thank
thank you
you.
again, tell Sasha. Tell
Thank you.
Sasha, thank you. Thank you for allowing me to have a conversation with you.
I I will tell her. I will tell her. She holds it together. I'm the
Yeah.
emotional, and she just holds it together for us all. I'm sure she would be disappointed in me at times, but I appreciate it, OT. Thank you so much, so much. Tell everybody to go
Listen.
on IMDb and vote for the film.
Yes. Yes. Yes, we will. We will. We're gonna make that film number one. We definitely gonna make that film number one.
Appreciate you. I appreciate you, and I hope to be back in Atlanta to do some of our movies.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. And you gotta come to my home state too. My home state is Philadelphia. And I'm gonna be
Oh,
doing some major things in Philadelphia too.
nice.
Yeah,
Okay, we would do that. We will do
yes.
that. Thank you so much for your time. I
Yes,
so
indeed. Oh, listen, thank you, thank you. Well, look, you have a very good day. Have a blessed day.
do.
Enjoy
You
the
too.
rest of your day. And I'll be talking to you soon. Tell Sasha I said thank you too for allowing me to talk to the
I
mother.
will. Thank you.
All right,
The most
thank you.
important job I
Appreciate
have. Thank you.
it. Talk to you.
Thank you.
Good show. Good show, everybody. Good show. Good show. Very good show. Wow. Love this show. Make sure y'all go ahead and check out Son to the Grave. It is out on all right now on Roku. It is out on Roku. It is out on Amazon. And let me tell y'all something. You gotta watch it. All-star cast. All-star cast. Very good. Very good movie. I appreciate it so much for joining us here on the show. We had the writer, the producer, the director, published author, Miss Linda Sasha join us here on the show. Stokes join us here on the show. And guess what, y'all? Y'all heard it first, right here. We love her. We appreciate her so much. But y'all make sure y'all go ahead and check out that movie, Son to the Grave, out on Roku, out on Amazon, out on IBDB TV. Come on, y'all. We got to make that number one because that all star cast is all star. So be blessed, everyone. Be safe. Be blessed. I love y'all. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Same time, same place, 5:15. I will be having on artist T Hunt will be joining us here on the show. T Honey will be joining us here on the show to talk about her new hit single. I love y'all. Y'all be good. Peace. Yep, another one. Like I said, y'all, take care, everybody. Be good. Thank you for watching.